Pro Darts has just took the biggest hike in ranking money ever. We're going to take a look through it. Not only are we going to take a look through it to see where it is, but we're also going to see how this affects different people, because obviously people in different ranking positions are going to be affected. I'm going to tell you what a player is expected to earn and what the difference is from their previous earning based on their ranking position, and see how far the money is going, because a lot of people was hoping in this announcement that Pro Tours would be giving us the guaranteed money for the 128, but what's happened is they put money on in regards to the last 64, so you still need to win in regards to earn some money. Still a bit of a debated topic, but £1,250 now for picking up one single win on the Players' Championship. Still the same money at the top, £10,000 and £15,000, so the money and the investment in the Players' Championship events is going towards the bottom end of the field, so we'll see how that affects. European Tour as well, a bit more investment as well into sort of the middle of the pack, and that does reflect as well when you sort of look through in those ranking positions how it does affect. In the majors, same thing. If you're making those big opportunities, certainly in regards to the World Championship, it used to be £7,500 for getting to the World Championships. Now, with the expanded field going to 128, you are still getting an increase there of £15,000. 25 grand if you win that opening game as well. So big opportunities there for players. The £1 million prize money going to the World Champion, is that too big? That's going to be a topic I'm sure is going to be debated, but a big payout there from the quarterfinal onwards. So great to see that investment working its way through and not just be top heavy loaded like we have seen in the past. The UK Open getting a bit of a boost, that's sort of needed one for a few years, so that's good to see as well. And the investment there in the Masters once again giving players an opportunity at the start of the year to pick up some big ranking money. For me, the last 16 losers, that's the one that appeals the most at the minute, isn't it? £20,000 for most of the major events there for getting to that last 16. The second round stage, quite a jump. World Grand Prix, 7.5 to 20. European Championship, 7.5 to 20. So being in the top 16 now is massive. Not only do you get those perks of the European Tour seedings, but you also now get these big opportunities to get into those seeding positions to not play a seed for those £20,000 prizes. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to see what my working outs are. You're here to see just what this means for players. Top 64. Now, if you was in the top 64 previously, you'd be expected to earn around £38,000. Now, I've made these calculations based on the average progression or the average sort of results of a player in this position. At the moment, his number 64 is Ryan Meikle, and we're not going to just pick that. We're going to look around sort of the area. This is what we'd expect to find. We'd expect this player to qualify for 3 European Tours, which would be £6,000. If they're going to keep their tour card, they need to be in the World Championship and the Players' Championship finals. That is £15,000 and £4,000. In Pro Tour earnings, they'd be looking around about £35,000 in order to achieve those qualifications, and obviously as well the UK Open and the Masters gaining around about another £2,750. That gives us a total of £62,750, an increase from 38 to 62 for someone around the 64th position. That now changes the conversation from, with the expenses, taxes, everything that's on at £38,000, are they professional? The answer is, moving forward, if you're in the top 64 and you are not a professional dart player, seek financial advice because you're doing something seriously wrong. The top 64 can be professional dart players, no questions asked, in regards to the income that's available now and the split and the spread across the year. You know, got the Masters in January, the UK Open in March, Worlds in Minehead November, December, and then everything in between. So with a standard progression, £62,000. When we go up now and up to someone around about the world number 32 position, this is where again we're going to look at that, and this is just getting in the events. This isn't having a run somewhere. This is just a standard line of an expected line of progression for somebody in this position. So that means we'd expect them to be in most of the majors, things like the World Match Play, the World Grand Prix, those sort of events. Now, in the past, this position has earned £135,000. Not as impressive as a jump though. Top 32, I'm expecting to be around about £185,000. So an increase of about £50,000, but not quite as much of an increase in a percentage as someone in the top 64 or someone in the top 16. So steps forward. Now, the reason this jump isn't as big is because if you're at the bottom end of the top 32, you was on £15,000 anyway for the World Championships, where now people below you are on £15,000. So there's £7,500 that they're gaining, which you're not gaining because you're still obviously in that position. Now, you obviously can go win more, absolutely. But I'd expect the person in this position to be about £185,000 a year, which, yeah, it's not a bad job, is it? Yeah, I'd take that. You'd take that, wouldn't you? Certainly just from ranking prize money. Don't forget, this is not including non-ranked events. Things such as Premier Leagues, World Series, etc. Those sort of events. This doesn't include exhibitions and other ways that players earn. If you do want to see that, guys, I've got a video on that. I'll link it down below. You can go check that one out. Top 16. This is interesting. The top 16 is quite a jump, actually. In the past, top 16 players, £214,000 a year is on average, currently occupied by Josh Rock at the time of making this video. However, with those big jumps now from £7,500 to £20,000, when we look at someone who is ranked 16 across all the events, that prize money jumps from £214,000 to a whopping £352,000. That right now is the equivalent of being the world number 4. So now the world number 16 is essentially going to get paid the same wages that the world number 4 would have in the past. And when we work even further down, we can see how those jumps do sort of come into play. So a big move here. A lot of people are focusing on the £1 million World Championship and saying it's top heavy, but actually, as you can see, it is very evenly balanced across the board, and this is going to benefit pretty much everybody in the world of darts. Would I like to have seen the tour card holders get a first round losers prize? I think I would, just to eliminate the fact of people worrying about expenses or different bits. But the carrot's certainly dangled now, isn't it? Whopping investment into the sport, big opportunities. Not only that, the investment also goes out onto the Challenge Tour, the Women's Series, and the Development Tour for the younger players. Challenge Tour, great top up now, making them golden tickets even better. So everybody is going to benefit from this. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and of course make sure you subscribe to be up to date with all the latest information right here on Edgar TV.